Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's Wild Rift video. In this video, we're going to be covering another AD carry in patch 3.5. This time, we're going to be covering Draven. Now, Draven is still a very strong champion in this current meta, especially if you can get that early game advantage, get a few kills, so you can get all that gold from your passive and get a huge early game gold lead. But he is still a very difficult champion to play and a very difficult champion to master because of his first ability, because you have to make sure you pick up your axes as much as possible, which sometimes your axes might go in a fairly different place than where you want to, and sometimes your axe positioning can put you under extreme threat and can make you very vulnerable. Now, for the build with Draven, this build can definitely be flexed around quite a lot. You have Infinity Edge as a first item, but I do see some players going for the tier 2 item from Bloodthirster first, which is the Vampiric Scepter. It gives you the early game a little bit of early game attack damage, but most importantly gives you the early game physical vamp. Now, you do get a little bit of physical vamp from Hunter Vampirism, but most of the time this is not really enough. Getting more physical vamp from Vampiric Scepter is very important because of, as I mentioned, the axe placing on the first ability can sometimes put you out of position. So sometimes you need more healing in the early game to make sure you can sustain up, make sure you can stay in the laning phase for longer, and make sure you can win the trades every single time, because Draven has the highest base AD of any champion in the AD carry role. So making sure that you have physical vamp in there is very important, because the more AD you have, the more physical vamp you'll get, which means you'll be healing up a lot more as well. So you go for Vampiric Scepter as your first item, and then look to build into, you know, items like Infinity Edge, Lord Dominic's Regards, and Stormrazor. But going back to the actual items, obviously we have Infinity Edge, a lot of attack damage, most attack damage of any item. We've got the crit rate, 25% crit rate, and our critical strike still 230% damage instead of 200%. So a very good item for Draven. And as you can see with this build, there's a lot of crit chance. So that means every single time we crit, we're going to be doing a lot of damage. Bloodthirster, this is the tier 1 item upgraded from, tier 3 item upgraded from Vampiric Scepter. We've got 15% physical vamp, attack damage, crit rate, but also we have the Blood Swarm passive as well, which Vampiric Scepter over heals you, generating a shield that absorbs damage. This is really important, having that shield at the start of the team fight, especially if you're against assassins or bruisers that can jump on top of you. That shield can sometimes keep you alive. It's important before you get into a team fight that you auto attack minions or monsters. This is so you can get the over heal shield, sorry. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Over heal shield that can keep you alive, give you that little bit more HP at the start of a team fight. For the boots, you can go for Boots of Furrow to give you more movement speed to try and help you catch the axes, or you can go for either one of the defensive boots, Mercury Treads or Plated Steel Caps. Both are really good. For the boots, upgrade Zhonya's or Stasis most of the time, or Quicksilver. One of these two are very good. Quicksilver if you get a lot of crowd control, Stasis if you're against a lot of assassins and want that invulnerability. Lord Dominic's Regards, this item is probably one of the best items in terms of stats. Crit rate, attack damage, and also scaling armor penetration as well, which means we can completely skip out Mortal Reminder or Serrader's Grudge. So we got another crit item in here, a lot of attack damage and scaling armor penetration. The passive is not really that important, isn't really that effective, but that's because the base stats are so good. So Riot were just like, oh, we can't give this item also an OP OP passive at the same time, or just this item would just be completely broken. So still very good item. It means that we can play flexible now for our last item, which I'll talk about in just a second. Then we have Stormrazor. As you can see, not a lot of attack speed. This is our only attack speed item in this build, and that's because Draven's second ability, every single time we catch an axe, the second ability gets refreshed, and the second ability gives us attack speed. So most of the time you don't actually need to build attack speed on Draven, but I'll talk about that a little bit later on with the runes as well, because there are other ways that you can get attack speed if you do need it. Attack damage, crit rate, attack speed, really good. At this point you'll have 100% attack crit rate with all 4 of these items. And also the energized passive is really good if you want to chase someone down with Draven, because it slows enemy champions and it gives you a little bit more magic damage as well. And as I mentioned, last item, completely flexible now. You can go for Guardian Angel, you can also go for more Malmortius if you want to, Wit's End if you want more attack speed maybe. Trinity Force could be really good as well. You know, any one of these items can be very good for Draven, because we don't need to build a crit item as a last item. So that means that we can flex around and do whatever we want really as our last item. Now for the runes, I personally still like to go for Conqueror just because of the extra healing that Conqueror gives, and also the extra AD as well that we get every single time we stack Conqueror. But there are a few other options for the runes as well. I do see some people going lethal tempo because they want to get that scaling attack speed, and because we don't have a lot of attack speed in the build, I can see lethal tempo being a very, very good rune for Draven, especially because you're auto attacking a lot with Draven and you're always going to be in team fights. You're always going to be auto attacking. Sometimes you might even be at the front line. It depends on where your axes drop. But you could also go for Kraken Slayer. I think Kraken Slayer is a very, very good rune in the early game, but with Kraken Slayer you need to get an early game advantage because Kraken Slayer doesn't scale very well as we get into the mid and the late game, and because Draven has a lot of, you know, high base AD already, and because we are building a lot of AD items, sometimes Kraken Slayer can feel not as powerful as our auto attacks in a way. So it's just like a little bit of extra damage, but as I said, you need to get an early game advantage because both Conqueror and Lethal Tempo outscale Kraken Slayer in terms of runes. For the next rune, we have Hunter Vampirism. Obviously Champion has now been removed, so we don't go Champion anymore on Draven, so I think Hunter Vampirism is our next best option. Obviously Physical Vamp in the early game, which is really nice, and scaling AD and Physical Vamp every single time we get a unique takedown, which is a kill or assist. Nullifying Orb, really, really good for the early game, can give us that shield that scales very well with bonus attack damage that we build. You can also go for Adaptive Carapace in the early game. Again, if you want that early game sort of pressure, you can go for Adaptive Carapace. And actually with Hunter Vampirism, you can change this for Brutal as well. If you want to go like full early game, you can go for a crazy rune set like this, which is like Kraken Slayer, Brutal, Adaptive Carapace. This is one of the best early game rune setups that you can get of probably any AD carry, but we still got to think of the mid game, we still got to think of the late game, so that's why I like to go for Conqueror. I like to go for Hunter Vampirism, and I'd like to go for Nullifying Orb. But again, Hunter Vampirism, not Hunter Vampirism, sorry, Adaptive Carapace is still really good, Bone Placing is really good, even Hunter Titan is very good if you're against a lot of crowd control, so any one of them runes can be very, very helpful. And then again, kind of depends on your play style. Nimbus Cloak as the last rune is probably the only rune that you could really go on for Draven. The movement speed is very, very nice when you flash or when you use exhaust. I don't think you need Hunter Genius because your second ability refreshes every single time you pick up an axe. Your first ability has a very low cooldown. To be honest, your third ability is not really that important. So I think Nimbus Cloak is the one and only rune to get. And as I mentioned, some of the spells, flash and exhaust. But yeah, you'll be surprised that I actually played very, very well with Draven. Draven is the champion I've tried to play for a very, very long time. Haven't had a lot of success for it, but I did get gameplay for you all, so I can give you all the best build, the best rune setup, and the best gameplay for Draven. So sit back, relax, enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you all in the next Wilder video. Peace. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I think Aphelios would be cool. I quite like Aphelios. I quite like Aphelios myself. I think Aphelios is a pretty cool champ. Alright, see what we can do this game. Against Jinx and Nami.
Let's admire me for a bit.
Okay, early flash. Kind of unlucky. Not gonna lie, it's kind of unlucky. Not sure if they're fighting or not. Or they are fighting. Okay, they're winning a fight. Nice. I'm just keeping their bot lane down here, distracted. My team's winning the fight. Perfect. You'll love to see it. Stacking up my passive as much as possible. Let me get a tower plate or two here. Be really good. It's kind of scary. They're going to keep pushing, aren't they? I think we need to stay because they're going to keep pushing. Fine, use my ulti to clear the wave. Get my healing, go for BF swords. Get my BF sword completed. Oh, I can't get the minion. That's fine. Oh, we're doing okay. We're ahead in gold already of the Jinx. And all we need is one kill to get all these stacks in. Or to cash in all these stacks. And then we're in a really, really good spot. And the problem is just trying to cash in these stacks. Which might be a bit of a problem. A lot of damage I'm doing though. I didn't see how low he was. He's not low enough. Big 600 gold. Let's go. Oh, nearly another kill as well. Okay, that's not bad. We got our cash in with our passive, with our ulti. That's really, really good. Move towards bot lane now. Keep pushing this wave. Haven't been able to play as aggressive as I wanted to this game, but still going really, really well. Got Infinity Edge. I think it's best to take boots now and then we'll go for the crit. So we got our vamp to get the, we got the little bit of healing. You can see I'm 1,500 gold ahead now because of the passive. Got IE completed. Gonna go towards Bloodthirster next, I think. Or maybe I can just go towards Stormrazor this game. I think I'm just that far ahead that I can just work towards Stormrazor. Oh, he was there. I was wondering where he was for a second. Oh, that hook was close. That hook was a close one. close. Oh! Do I survive? Oh my god, I just survived as well. I don't think Herald needed to use bot lane. I think we could have just got it. Oh, Kha'Zix is dead though. Yeah, I'm kind of 1 HP, buddy. I couldn't help you, unfortunately. I was kind of 1 HP. It's fine. We'll go for another BF swords. Just try and get as much AD as possible, I think. It's the best option in this game. Because we're so far ahead. I mean, look how much gold we have compared to the rest of the game. Or rest of the team, I should say. Gwen is winning top lane, though, against the Malphite. Which is never a good sign. But we are really, really strong. Okay, dodged everything. Let's go. We're still not dead. Let's go. Damage. Are you trying a mid lane tower? Nice. My damage is a little bit disgusting this game. My damage is a little bit disgusting. And push it in spot lane as quick as possible. Actually, maybe we don't even need to go Storm Razor. Because the problem is Storm Razor is going to delay our... Actually, no, it's fine. You can go for it. Storm Razor. I do not want to buy that. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm trolling my builds. Lord Dominic's. We'll go for Last Whisper. Oh my god, we're looking strong. 303, 9,800 gold. Oh no, the jinx. Oh, you hate to see it. He lived. Oh, okay. I tried to kill him with the ulti, but it didn't work. Okay, we'll just go towards the Drake now. I was going to walk up to try and get a catch, but I feel like if I just get charmed, I'm dead. That's why I have to be careful with this game. If I get charmed, I'm just dead. Like now. I can't move. No, Blitzcrank. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? Blitzcrank saved my life. I love Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank saved my life. That is one problem though. I can get caught by an Ori charm. That is one really, really big problem. Create a flawless Draven game. That'd be really, really good. I'm alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. No, no, no. Oh, I'm still alive. Okay. The healing's enough. Let's go. Whew. Oh my god, my damage. You're getting hit them back, I think. I think we just go back here. I don't want to risk anything. I have 4k gold. We can't end because of the backdoor bonus. I'm pretty sure we can't anyway. Oh, maybe we can. They're gonna end? No, I don't think. I don't know. If I stayed, maybe we could have ended. Maybe that's my bad. Maybe that's my bad. I actually don't know if I could have ended there. I honestly thought I was dead as well. I thought I was gone. I thought I was a goner. I think I need QSS though this game for sure. Oh no, Vex. I think I can help you, buddy. Yeah. Oh my, I just one-shot the Warwick. Hello? No, 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 no. No, I tried to go for the penta. I tried to go for the penta, chat. Oh, it didn't work. I was close, but oh my god, my damage on Warwick. Holy moly. It's fine. I would have just gone Quicksilver this game anyway, but yeah. GG's, well played. I probably would have gone GA last item as well. Oh my god, that damage. That damage is disgusting. What was that? I tried to go for the penta. I died right at the end just to try and get a penta. Didn't work out, unfortunately. Still did 22,000 damage though. I definitely feel like I could have maybe played a little bit more aggressive, but look at that damage taken per defeat. So basically my one death, I just got one shot and I just took so much damage. Still a good game though. Still a really good game. GG's, GG's. Good game, good game.